We live in a complex and mysterious world. Trying to decipher all the enigmas that surround us is not an easy task, and although many skeptics are used to providing all kinds of answers according to what science has shown, the truth is not everything has a logical explanation. Strange apparitions and objects in movement are only a small part of what surrounds us, and the internet is full of manifestations of those terrifying entities and spirits. If you don't believe us, then make yourself comfortable in your seat, because you have to see these 5 ghost people that appeared out of nowhere. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. With that being said, let's begin. Number 5, Spooky Shadow. Do you believe in ghosts? We know that not everyone does. However, you have to admit strange events take place often all over the world. That's why many families sometimes decide to place surveillance cameras in the corridors of their home. The fear of a burglary is out there, of course, but the fear of the strange and the unknown seems to be much stronger. At least that's what the next recording shows. You just have to pay attention to notice what we're talking about. The camera focuses on a section of the house, and although at first it seems that nothing interesting will happen, in a matter of seconds it's clear how a person's shadow appears in the middle of the corridor. Did you see it? The ghost, or spirit, whatever you want to call it, leaves from one room and walks in the opposite direction, disappearing into the other. Now, did you see it? The origin of the recording is unknown. It's also unknown if the video was altered in any way in order to make people believe ghosts are real. However, we've given it the benefit of the doubt, and that's why we included it today in our countdown. The images seem very real, not to mention it's a type of entity that probably the owners of the home didn't expect. What do you think? Out of simple curiosity of what might happen, people install surveillance cameras in every corner of their home. We know that protecting people we care about is important, but let's be honest, most of the paranormal events that are usually captured on video have been recorded by simple onlookers who don't know when to stop. Apparently, they still don't learn the lesson behind the paranormal activity films. It's only a matter of beginning to record the presence of mysterious events in your home, which allows them to come to life and then torment you until the very end. What do you think now? Are you still willing to record some ghostly presence around your home? Maybe you're a little more fortunate than the rest and you never get anything terrifying in your camera. But we know that's not something that can be guaranteed. Maybe you just might manage to capture the ghostly presence of a person who once lived and died there. You just never know. Number 4, Ghost in the outdoor bathroom. Going on a trip to the countryside is an activity not everyone loves. Being surrounded by trees and dirt, disconnected from any type of internet, and receiving the sweltering heat of the sun doesn't seem to be quite the definition for entertainment. Unless, of course, you're forced to go there because of work. If so, we're sure you won't be able to escape from that particular destination. However, there are still people who love traveling to these remote places. Getting away from the annoying routine of the city for a while isn't something that can be done every day. That's why we give importance this time to a recording captured in front of one of the outdoor bathrooms of what looks like a large estate. No one would think something terrifying could be hiding there, but you only have to see the next image to change your mind. We're sure you won't think that way anymore. We don't know for sure if the man who approaches this bathroom is a worker or one of the owners of the farm. The only thing we're sure is that this poor guy didn't expect the consequences that going to the bathroom would bring him that day, and that were recorded by a surveillance camera. Do you want to know what we mean? Well, keep watching. The man walks normally towards the small outdoor bathroom. For a few moments it seems that he'll stay in front of one of the bushes to pee. However, later he realizes there is a door on the other side, and it's just after climbing the small staircase and opening the door when a ghostly presence appears from inside the bathroom and frightens him. Surprised? We're sure the poor man felt the same way. He doesn't hesitate before running away, completely scared. Seconds later, a mysterious specter with a human-like shape seems to disappear into the shadows before the bathroom door closes on its own, although not entirely. How about that? Did you get goosebumps? If that innocent man wanted to go to the bathroom, probably after this, he didn't feel like going anymore. The same goes for that group of people watching this video who enjoy living in the countryside. We're sure nobody wants to approach the outdoor bathrooms of any farm after such an experience. Number 3, the girl's ghost. Children are the perfect definition of innocence. Their tender smiles and puppy eyes makes us sensitive to any request. But don't let this fool you. Although some of them seem adorable to you, the truth is, even the smallest of the residents of your home might hide some creepy mysteries, especially if they're the type of kid who usually have imaginary friends. Just as you heard it, and if you don't believe us, then it's a matter of watching the next video a father made when he was out walking in the park with his daughter. At the beginning, there seems to be nothing strange. It's just a girl playing with her ball while her father is in charge of recording. However, as the recording progresses, things start to get a little strange. The little girl suddenly points to where the swings are and tells her father there's a girl there who wants to play with her. The man, surprised, focuses in the direction of the swing but doesn't see anyone. He then asks his daughter where is her little friend. The girl points in a direction, telling him that she's right next to him. It's only a matter of moments before the father is horrified when he focuses the camera on the ghostly presence of a girl right next to him. How about that? Did you just get scared like we did? While at the beginning of the recording, anyone can assume something strange would happen to the man's daughter, we're sure no one expected the deformed face of what appears to be a girl to appear next to this guy. What do you think now? The innocence of children can be adorable, but it won't always end the way you think it is. What would you have done if you were in that guy's place? At times like these, running might be the best option. It doesn't matter if you believe you're the bravest person of all. No one is prepared for the impact of an appearance with a magnitude like the one we've just shown you. Much less if your original plans were to spend a pleasant afternoon with your children. Number 2, the ghost in the stairs. Have you ever come face to face with a ghost from the afterlife? Many people don't believe in the existence of these entities, and they reject the idea immediately as something absurd, especially when they're leaked to the internet. After all, there have been many cases of false manifestations. However, other people claim to have had ghostly encounters at least once in their lives, and some of those events can be accidentally recorded from a cell phone or surveillance camera, as in the case of the video we're about to show you next. Oblivious to what might happen around her, the girl goes down the stairs of a narrow building. However, as soon as she's about to reach the door, a ghostly shadow appears in front of her and moves quickly from side to side to the other. The young woman, frightened as any person might be, runs upstairs, and after a few moments the camera stops focusing on the presence of the young woman, when that mysterious shadow seems to cross the corridor and cause a powerful noise that moves the camera. What do you think now? Do you think it could be a montage? We don't know the origin of the video, but the fear in the young woman's face is palpable. It doesn't seem to be a joke for a television show either. That's why we have this video in the second spot of our countdown, because we're sure that the last thing the young woman would expect when going down those emergency stairs is that the ghost of a person would appear right in front of her. How about that? If you're a fan of exercise and tend to avoid the elevator for this reason, maybe now it's not a bad idea to use them. We know this can be a not so good option for the claustrophobic, but we assure you that at least you'll be in the company of other people versus spirits. Perhaps you might see a ghost in the elevator, but at least you may not be alone. Number 1, the ghost in the hearing. Have you ever seen Japanese horror movies? If so, then you know most of them are based on real life stories. So being one of the countries which are more prone to paranormal sightings, it can't be left behind in our top 5 today. And on top of that, it also has the first place. The images of the following video were captured inside a hearing room. Very popular events in most Asian countries. Whether it's to get a job or a place at a prestigious university, many young people are looking forward to this day. However, the recording we'll show you next makes it clear that not everything is always wonderful. Suddenly, and without anyone expecting it, one of the girls, waiting for her turn to appear before the jury, begins to act strangely. She squirms in her seat and starts screaming as if she were being attacked by someone. However, although several people nearby thought it could be a strange illness or mental psychosis, one of the cameras captured exactly what was terrifying the poor woman. Of course, it was a ghostly entity. If you don't believe us, watch carefully. The entity, visualized through the images of the security camera as a gigantic dark shadow, seems to be behind the trembling girl, who, no matter where she tries to flee, is harassed by the ghost. One of the managers tries to help her, but at no time does she stop squirming in panic, and the young man is forced to take her out of the room. How about that? The image is distorted at times around everyone in the auditorium, but it's only a matter of noticing the fear in the girl and taking a look again to the mysterious presence to assume the reason of her suffering is the ghostly entity that suddenly appeared. What would you have done? Whatever torments this young woman, we're sure it must be very powerful. The universe is more mysterious and spooky than it appears, and the recordings like those in our list today do nothing but prove it. Hope you enjoyed the video, Top 5ers. If you haven't already, check out our other channel, Americano, to enjoy even more amazing list videos. There'll be a link in the description, so